Any of you guys can move to another country. It's super easy. I did it when I was 21 with barely any money. I literally just sold my car for like $4,000 and then I left the United States. And in this video, we're gonna tell you how to do that. This is my brother, Zach. He also has been living here longer than I have. I've been out of the United States for 4 years now. Now I'm 25 years old. And if you watch this whole entire video, you will be able to leave the United States and live a decent life in another country. This video is going to be honest. I'm going to talk to you like you're a normal person and we're going to tell you how to do it. So first of all, you got to decide what country you want to move to. That's one thing you got to do. What else?
Yeah, so then the other thing you got to figure out like what you're going to do for money, because obviously like you got to work. Like there's
Yeah.
some people think like, "Oh, I have to like get a job in the country that I'm going to. How do I do that if I don't live there, never been there?" But I mean, there's a lot of options, but that's like the second thing after you figure out what country you want to go to, or even before you figure out what country you want to go to. But like one of the top two things is like figure out how you're going to make money whenever you're completely moving to another region of the world.
Yeah, the way I did it, like I said, I sold my car. I had like $6,000 or so. But yeah, the savings you have will last you until you can figure out what you want to do for work. Now, my brother Zach, he's helped lots of people leave the United States or move to other countries, leave Canada. So he's better at this than I am. He actually helped me move here. I'm just gonna let him talk right now and I'm gonna film him. He's gonna give you some of the best tips that he can honestly give you. So here you go.
All right, so I'm gonna avoid saying any of this extreme stuff that you see on social media. You have people that like either tell you like, "Oh, you have to be rich to be able to do it. It's not for everybody," and then you have the people that they're like, "Oh, it's so easy." Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It is easy in the sense of it's easier than you think it is. It's not so hard to move to another country. I'm being honest. That's the realistic viewpoint. But also, part of the realistic viewpoint is this you have to like work at it. Like it's going to take most of you real planning and like real hard work to get things set up. All right, so here are the best tips for how to move to another country for the average Joe. You want to get a remote job. Yes, you technically can work in another country, like in person there. You could start a business there and maybe a company invites you there. But I am telling you that 99% of the time, or at least for 99% of you, getting a remote job is going to be the absolute best option. Why? When you work remote, you could literally move to one country next month. And then after being there for like 3 months, go, you know what? Actually, I want to go to a different country. You don't have to think again what you're going to do for work. I've worked my remote job from, I don't even know how many different countries. If you have a remote job, you're not tied down to one location, one country or one town. Like you're free as a bird. Okay. Now, here is my best tip for if you want to get hired for a company that is offering a remote position. All right, if you don't have a college degree, you don't have like some crazy high in demand experience, it's going to be this. You have to impress them with something, maybe build something, an app, a website, or maybe showcase your skills somehow you have to impress them. That's the best tip for getting hired for a remote job. However, what's even better than getting hired for a company remotely is starting your own remote business. And now that's opens up a whole nother thing where people are like, "Oh, but it's so hard to start a remote business and blah blah." No, it's not. You have to remember, even if you're just making like $500 a month remotely and you're working for yourself, which is amazing because you don't have a boss, you're even extra free, right? $500 a month, which is not some insane number. You can live in all kinds of countries. Like literally right now, my rent is around $100 a month. And we post this stuff all the time on our website, time2go.international. Like you can go verify this. Like there's so many countries around the world in Central America, South America, Africa, Eastern Europe, Asia, where you can go rent an apartment for under $300 a month. We list them on the website. So think about this. If you're making $500 a month, all right, and then you were to come move down here, this is just an example. I'm not saying come move down here, but if you were to move down here, and you be my neighbor, you would have like a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment for $100 a month. So $500 a month would go really, really far. All right, so I'm just gonna give some rapid fire tips on how to start your own business, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what business to start because it's different for everyone. I don't wanna be like, oh, do this, and then everyone tries to do this. No, like that, like figure out what you wanna do online, offer some kind of service, offer a product, and then guess what? This is the most beautiful part of the entire thing is you live in the 21st century where you can literally get free marketing and sell your product or services to the entire world. Why? Because you have TikTok, you have YouTube Shorts, you have Instagram, the Instagram Reels, like Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can literally reach anybody in the entire world. So if you're not lazy and you're not a crybaby that makes excuses like, oh, it's too hard, you can sell your product and service to anybody. And then whenever you have your own remote business, you don't have a boss telling you what day, what hours to work. You don't have anyone telling you what part of the world you can work in. You're free as a bird. That is the best realistic tip. But again, you can't be a crybaby that makes excuses, but also don't go to the other extreme and be like, oh, you have to have a trust fund to move to another country. We're just average Joes. We moved to a whole another hemisphere with just a tiny little bit of savings and just a no excuses attitude.
There you have it. Hey, there's more of those tubes down there. What do y'all guys think those are? Pipe drains or something like that? They look like concrete bazookas. All right, so the main points were basically get an online job or start your own online job, right?
Right.
Me and Zach, we do a little bit of both. Like we'll work for a couple companies, like making TikToks and stuff like that, because that's our skill, is making viral videos, which you guys can do that too. It's easy to a degree if you just post and you try. But also what we do is we just start our own little mini businesses, and you put your feet into different water, and we can go further into detail about the Discord where we help you one-on-one and stuff like that. What's all included in the Discord?
Okay, so we have a private community. It's on Discord where we will literally hold your hand. Like the information I said a minute ago, you could take that and you could run with it. You could go, oh, you know what? I'm just going to run with it and I'm going to go do that. Okay. But a lot of people, we always find they're like, hey, I want you to help us. Like, can you help me build my remote business? Can you help me figure out how to move to another country and how to find cheap rent and how to do this and how all this stuff? We will literally help you. Like, we'll hold your hand. And I don't mean that in like a condescending way. Like, we're your partner. We can help you get there. We're doing that in our private community on Discord. So in the Discord, we have these different chat channels where one chat channel, for example, is like, okay, you have this idea for a remote job. We brainstorm with you, and then we're like, start right now. Here's what you need to do. And then we give you feedback, and you're like, hey, how does my website look? How do my TikTok videos look, my business and stuff like that? Like the whole way through until you get your income stream set up, we're there helping you on a month-to-month basis, a week-to-week basis. Okay, so you got that. We're giving exclusive stuff like if you want us to help you find cheap rent in a certain country, we can help you find cheap rent, and we put it in the private community. It's called the Inner Circle, and it's basically like a little family in there where me, Ben, he's an admin moderator, and my co-founder Ivan, and the three of us are in there helping you along the way. If you want to help making viral videos to market your product or service, Ben can help you.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, let's say you start your own little business, whatever. You have a website or whatever, and you're running it, but you can't figure out how to make your TikToks go viral. You can obviously look that up for free on TikTok, but if you want one-on-one advice, we've given people advice and then they get 1 million views. We can review your TikTok and say, look, your TikTok is good, but you need to cut a couple seconds off, and that's where you're going to get one-on-one help, people analyzing your content or whatever, analyzing your business.
Yeah. And I calculate that for most people, and this is just in my experience, since I am a relocation expert, and I've helped not just like family, but just tons of just other people. Man, there's this fly that won't get away from me. Anyways, don't edit that out. Keep it in. Anyways, all right. So I calculate, just based on my experience as a relocation expert, helping people move to other parts of the world and get their online business going and stuff like that. I calculate that the average person is going to take you about a year to move to another country. Like, yeah, there might be some people that go, hey, I only got $5 in my wallet, and I'm just gonna I'm walking to Guatemala, and if I don't find work there, I'm just gonna end up like selling paintings. Like, yeah, I mean, you can do that. It's kind of reckless, it's kind of wild. Some people do that, but the average person, for you to plan it out, get your remote income stream going and everything, it's gonna take at least about a year. So if you want me and Ben and our partner Ivan to help you through the whole entire process, that year or so process, we can help you get there, because it's like I said, it's easier than you think, but it's not just easy like an overnight thing. Like, it's gonna take work of not being a crybaby that makes excuses and be like, all right, this is what I'm doing today to get my remote business built. This is what I'm doing today. What do you think about this? Zach, what do you think about this? Ben, what do you think about this? Ivan, what do you think about this? And we're there to help you in our private community.
What if they have enough savings to last them for like a year or two, and they want to move to the other country, and then join the Discord and figure out how to do their business while they're in the other country.
Yeah,
I kind of
would-
like that because it pushes me to be more successful with the business. Because like you said, what if you walk to Guatemala and sell paintings? That would be good if you document it, right?
Yeah, well,
Make some
actually,
viral
that's a really
videos.
good point. If you have, like, let's say at least about $1,000 per month, and that's going to last you a year or two, so you're talking $12,000 to $24,000 in savings, and you're like, I just want to go now, because with that savings, you can quit your job now, your regular boring in-person job in whatever country you're from, US, Canada, UK, Australia, whatever. Now your rent is, let's say, $100 a month or $300 a month in X, Y, or Z country. Well, like Ben is saying, while you're there and your expenses are so cheap, then you have a year or two to get your business built up. And now, instead of like only trying to get your remote business started just every evening after work, you get home, you're tired, like, all right, I'm gonna try to work on my remote business today and get it going. No, you can just straight up do it 8 hours a day and be in the Discord with us and be like asking us questions, throughout the day, and we can be helping you with it. So like, if you have some savings, I would just move now. I got this fly that won't leave me alone, but yeah, I would just move now if you have that amount of savings. But you got to move to a country where that savings will actually go further, because there are some countries like Singapore where like that savings is gonna dry up in just a few months, right? It's not gonna last a year or two.
If you remember, we talked about the Discord where we're going to be helping people one-on-one. I'll be giving out my personal phone number. Zach may or may not hit, you can.
No, yeah, my phone number's in there.
Yeah. So you can talk to Zach, and then we have another friend, Yvonne, who's a professional day trader who does safe trading. I won't go too deep into that, but we can't give our phone number out to like 1,000 people. Let's say 1,000 people join this year. I can't text 1,000 people.
So if you want Ben's personal phone number, you want my personal phone number, and you want to be able to reach out to us and hit us up with as many questions as you want, literally the next 25 people that join the inner circle, in other words, our Discord private community, okay, the next 25 people, you will get Ben's phone number, you'll get my phone number, and you can hit us up with as many questions every single day as you want, as long as you stay subscribed. So normally the Discord, remember I said normally the Discord is $99 a month, okay? So right now there's a special price, and it's getting capped off whenever we reach our target number of people starting from this video, okay? Go and see what the price is right now. I think it's going to really surprise you at timetogo.international. Click the extra resources, go down to option number 2 and click private community. You're going to see the special price, but that's going away really soon. Probably 99% of you guys are already too late. Now, here's the thing. If you missed the special promotional price of getting in right now that we have, it's about to go away. All right. Don't worry, because $99 a month is so crazy cheap. What I charge for relocation services is $5,000. All right. Literally, that's what I charge. Before we even started this private community, if you were to just reach out to me and say, Zach, I want you to help me move to another country, help me get my remote income going, and get me set up in a new apartment in another country in a beautiful area, what do you charge? I would say $5,000 minimum, and it could be more depending on the circumstances and what you're looking for and what you're needing help with. $5,000 minimum. So I promise you, when I say that $99 a month for as long as you stay subscribed is a steal, and I calculate that most people are going to need at least a year of working with us to be able to reach your goal of getting your online income stream going and moving to another country. So go right now. Hopefully you haven't missed the special price of getting in. And I know people are going to ask, like, okay, well, if I sign up at this special price right now, what about when it goes up to $99 again? No, you keep the special price as long as you stay subscribed. You could stay subscribed for the next 5 years. It doesn't matter. You stay paying the special promotional price, but only 25 people are getting in, and the next 25 people that get in at this special price are also going to get our phone numbers.